I like boxing. Boxing's been good to me.
The first fight that I went to, that I attended, was in Providence in 1949. He fought a guy by an interesting story. He fought a guy by the name of Johnny Pretzi. And now Johnny Pretzi, and I don't know if you've ever been told the story of who he was and what he did, but Johnny Pretzi grew up in the Irish section of Boston, which is Sulphie, they call it. And they had a gentleman there by the name of Whitey Bulger, and I'm sure that name rings a bell. Yeah, and it's purported that Johnny Pretzi was a rough, tough guy, and he used to like to go to the pubs, and he was one of those guys that went into a pub, we call it a bar out here, and he was always looking to get in a fight because he was a tough guy, and he beat everybody up. Anybody he fought, he beat him up, and he always thought that that would equate into going into the ring, and it would work the same way. Well, he found out very, very soon that it didn't work. Things didn't work that way, and I think Rocky ended up knocking him out in I think it was maybe the third, fourth, fifth round, and he not only knocked him out, but he knocked him out cold, and he was a leg breaker for Whitey Bulger. He would collect money for him. He strong-armed them, and that's what he did for a living. And that was the first fight that I went to. After the fight was over, I went into the locker room at the auditorium in Providence, Rhode Island, and he was taking the gloves off, and he gave me his gloves, and he said, "Peter, take these," and he said, "You can use it on the bag that we got out back. You know, you can practice boxing."